It's your boy, Live Life and Love Coach, Mark Sotavu, back at it again with another daily dose here on the Warriors Garden podcast. There are many reasons why I started the Warriors Garden podcast, but one of the biggest reasons was to save my own life. I truly believe that our outer reality is a reflection of our inner reality. Over 10 years ago, I was struggling deeply with my mental health. The people I surrounded myself with, especially while serving in the military, were facing their own battles, and many of them lost. I saw brothers take their own lives, and in those moments, I truly believed I would be next. My mental health was in complete chaos. The weight of knowing that 22 veterans a day take their own lives was unbearable. It wasn't okay with me, but at the time, those staggering numbers only pushed me further into despair. I was at my lowest, and there were moments where I engaged in acts of self-harm, hoping, praying that my life would be taken. But I'm still here, and that's why this podcast exists. I started the Warriors Garden podcast to hold myself to a higher standard. Through the years, I've put in the work, and now I can share my struggles in hopes that someone out there hears this and realizes they are not alone. I learned that your mess is your message, and when I truly understood that, I began moving forward with a greater sense of purpose. I realized the highest version of myself, the greatest manifestation of who I am, is a direct reflection of my connection to God. That's when everything started to change. I started focusing on resilience, on embracing the challenges life presented to me, and as I overcame those challenges, I saw beauty manifest around me. It felt like I had unlocked a secret, that heaven is already here on earth. It exists in our actions, in our choices, in the way we think. Life is one big mirror, and when I understood that, I realized something else. Most people don't have the courage to speak their dreams into existence. They let their thoughts dictate a life of mediocrity. And when I looked at my own thinking, I knew I had to change it. Because if I didn't, I would never become the man I was meant to be. Now, I have a family, I carry responsibilities that demand I rise up and become the king I envision myself to be. And I know that there are people out there, maybe you, who are struggling. As much as I want to impact everyone, I also understand that what's meant for me is meant for me. My job is to stay true, stay consistent, and trust this platform will reach the people it's meant to reach. This podcast is about strength. It's about resilience. It's about sharpening your tools so you can navigate this world with courage and tenacity. I created the Warriors Garden podcast because I see too many people losing themselves, and I know what that feels like. And I also know what it feels like to find yourself again. In my early 20s, I sought the help of a life coach, someone who helped me navigate my way forward. And the one statement that lifted my head from the depths of despair was this: as far in the dark you are, is as far into the light you will go. That hit me hard. I had already been learning about balance and the equal and opposite forces of life. And in that moment, I realized that if I had the courage to lift my head up to take just one step forward, there was still hope. Now, years later, I look back at my journey and I'm grateful. I've seen firsthand that energy goes where energy flows. And because I chose to move in this direction, I continue to rise, not just towards my dreams, but towards the best version of myself, towards a deeper connection with God, with my purpose, with the divine. So if you're struggling, if you're feeling lost, know this: this place is a garden, a place where warriors like you and me come together to share wisdom, to cultivate resilience, to sharpen our tools, and to bloom into the highest manifestation of ourselves. We already have everything we need. And when we approach life with humility, when we open ourselves up to receive the lessons placed before us, we grow, we become stronger, we find our way. So if this resonates with you, reach out to me. I would love to help you navigate the complexities of this world, to help you see that life is beautiful, even when it feels hard. Because through resilience, life becomes easier. And with the right tools, we can create a life that makes us proud. One built on strength, purpose, and faith. That's the heart of the Warriors Garden podcast. Because there are people who have given up, and that's not okay with me. I want to do my part. I want to share my story on a platform that reaches thousands, millions of people. I've always been someone who wears my heart on my sleeve, someone who supports the dreams of others. And as I get older, I recognize that time is precious. This is how I naturally operate, so I need to use my voice to reach more people. This is my gift to the world. God has blessed me with resilience, tenacity, and the ability to overcome. And if I can be an example of what's possible, then I hope you can take that and apply it to your own journey in your own way. If this message speaks to you, follow me on Instagram at Live Life and Love Coach. Check out the Warriors Garden podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram for more insights to help you move forward in a new light. And if you're a military veteran out there, keep your head up because that's where you're going if you choose to. And I hope you do choose because when you find yourself in service to others, that's when you truly discover your greatest blessings. Amen. And God bless. This is Live Life and Love Coach signing out from the Warriors Garden podcast. Stay resilient, stay tenacious, and envision the greatest version of yourself, then step into it. Thank you.